Hey, good morning, everybody. You get me super relaxed and on my holiday vacation. I happen to be in Plano, Texas, or Frisco, Texas, right around there today, with my in-laws, who have been in my life since I was 20. So, how do you know? Why do you care? My name is Rita Hickman. I'm a body-mind expert, and I'm a shiatsu massage therapist. And what I do is I help women deal with toxic and narcissistic relationships, especially times like this when we are around the holidays. You know, many women end up in toxic relationships because they had many toxic people in their life. They had many narcissists in their life, and there was a training, there was an indoctrination that happened when we were young that taught us that our voice doesn't matter, that there isn't anything that we can do, that's just the way that it is. Boys will be boys. You know, women are there to help compensate. You know, there are all these stories about a woman's role in society. So really, you being in your narcissist relationship is a reflection of something bigger going on, something bigger that's going on, and you're in the middle of a revolution. You are part of the revolution in your way, whether you realized it or not. Because this whole toxic narcissist thing is getting bigger and bigger and bigger around the world, and mental health is becoming a bigger issue. But you're probably your biggest concern, considering it's Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving, by the way, is that you're going to be surrounded, as my dad would say, you're going to be surrounded by turkeys. I love that phrase. So, you know, one of the great things about having my in-laws come into my life when I was 20 is that they were in some ways much healthier, very, very, very healthy compared to my family. And so I enjoyed holidays with them. I enjoyed spending times with them because at the time I didn't know how to get along with the narcissist in my family. So instead what I would do is, I'd go to, find other role models, find mentors that could really help me sort some of this stuff out. So you are trying to survive possibly your own narcissist Thanksgiving. And I have become a pro at this so far. You know, as I said, it started when I was young, and my in-laws really gave me great insight and understanding. And now, decades later, you know, I really kind of been able to pull things back together in my family and my life, and I love my family now. I'm crazy about them, even though I grew up in a very narcissistic environment. So if you're trying to survive your family and your past and your patterns and your triggers and your random relatives who have drinking problems or drug problems or politic problems or anger management problems or narcissism problems, you know, first of all, I send lots of love your way, because I know you probably haven't been looking forward to this day because you knew everybody was coming. I know I used to just dread the holidays. And in fact, a couple weeks before Christmas or before Thanksgiving or this whole season, I'd be in a very bad mood because I'd be anxious and upset because I didn't know how to handle the holidays. I didn't know how to survive all the drama and survive the triggers that would happen and all the things that would come up. Here are my tips. First of all, load up. If you can still make it to the store, you can still make it to the health food store or something before everybody shows up, you want to make sure that you've got things which will help you relax. Because triggers are automatic. They just happen, period, boom. You go from rational mind to fight or flight within milliseconds, and you have no control over it. So the best way is to keep yourself out of fight or flight in the first place. Yogi teas are my favorite. Anything you can keep microdosing yourself with, chamomile tea, microdosing yourself with GABA, with nutritious substances. You know, it's important for you to surround yourself with things which will keep you relaxed. And it's nobody else's business, you know, what you're drinking or what you've got. You can just tell them tea, or, you know, you can take your herbal supplement for calming down. You can take your valerian root. You can take your I use something called the grind, which boosts my serotonin. You have to prepare for this. You can't, my biggest problem is that I would close my eyes and just walk into it because I didn't want to look at it. I was upset. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. Boom. Here I am being triggered. That's not the way to do it this year. The way to do it this year is to start your morning off right. Take a little time, even if it's 5 to 10 minutes, and go out and hug a tree. Count your breaths. Think about a higher power. Think about gratitude. Meditate on something. You need to start this day in a good place, and then you need to keep coming back to that touchstone. The things that keep us calm, we need even more of around the holidays, because we're going to be triggered by our past, by our present, and by worry and anxiety about the future. The narcissists we live with or the narcissists in our family. So you need to prepare for this. Instead of closing your eyes and jumping off the cliff, which I did that for decades, don't even look at it, just show up and then deal with the collateral damage on the other side. If you can keep your nervous system dialed down, if you can physically keep your body in a good space, then you'll be able to float through this stuff. And instead of using alcohol or instead of using things which have negative side effects, which may cause you more problems later on, a hangover, moodiness, whatever it may be, make good choices now. Because you want to ultimately keep your body from freaking out. And the only way you're going to keep your body from freaking out when you've got a lot of narcissists that will be running around, or the specific ones which trigger you the most, is to be proactive with yourself. Do everything you can, everything that fits in, everything you can think of to keep your nervous system calm. So you can turn your shower into a little bit of a ritual where you connect with spirit. You can keep your supplements just lined up, ready to take when you need it. Keep an eye on the clock. Be like, okay, they're going to be here in an hour and a half. So now's the time that, let's say I take my Xanax so that I'm prepared. Don't wait until it's too late. Don't wait until you've already triggered, because that you have no control over that. Once it's happened, you're there. And we want to avoid that. We want you to start having some halfway decent holidays. And the way to do that is to do the things which keep your body calm, which keep your body level, irregardless of the narcissists who show up. When your body stays calm, you're able to handle it. I just watched Bohemian Rhapsody last night. And one of the things about the band members with Freddie Mercury was that the band members were very intellectual sorts. Now, the balance that comes with that is their bodies don't have that fight or flight reaction. So they were able to deal with the drama of Freddie Mercury being all over the place because they didn't have that internal reaction. Now you, on the other hand, are probably a compassionate empath, which means that you react when people breathe funny. So it's not that there's something wrong with you, it's just that you have a sensitive nervous system. And sometimes when we need to get through hard times like this, like holidays, respect the fact that you have a sensitive nervous system. Stop trying to be somebody that you can't be. Stop trying to do something that you can't do. And honor and respect the fact that you are sensitive and you need to prepare. Because it's not about what other people are doing. Freddie Mercury was all over the place. And his bandmates were able to stay stable. So it's not about that there's something wrong with you. It's not about that somebody else needs to change, although they really need to get their own help. It's about focusing on what will keep you physically, mentally, and emotionally calm from the get-go before they even show up. So take your probiotic, take your vitamins, drink the tea all the day, whether it's in your water, whether it's actually a cup. Watch your food intake, watch your sugar, make good choices. You know what to do. You know the things that keep your nervous system calm. Do them now. Don't wait until later. Once it's later, it's too late. Once you're in the weeds, there's no getting out. So start now with this morning, with gratitude, with love, with the connection with spirit, with the ritual, with starting to microdose with your teas, with taking your supplements, with planning out when you might take them for the day, or keeping them close by so that you're like, oh, I can feel I'm getting a little bit anxious. That means it's time for me to do ... Pay attention to your anxiety. One of the things that I always struggled with around the holidays is that I was so mad or so upset that I felt like my anxiety deserved, people needed to see that I was having problems. They needed to know. It's like I was addicted or attached to that feeling of anxiety. You know what? I totally get it. It's not a problem. And you need to make sure that that you're not addicted to it. You have to take care of yourself first and foremost. You need to make sure that that you keep your anxiety down. As soon as you start to notice it, course correct. Do something else. Pay attention. Don't think that someone else is going to care because you're anxious. Don't think that somebody else it's going to matter that you're upset. Oh, Maggie's here. Hi. Oh, hi, Maggie. Hi, Maggie. Maggie came out to visit me during the live stream. Probably because she has to pee and it's morning. Okay? So, don't wait. Don't be addicted to that anxiety. Don't be addicted to not feeling good. Just because even though it's justified, even though you may want to, even though it temporarily feels good, make sure that you do something different. Respect yourself and love yourself very, very much. Okay, I hope you have a great, great holiday. I will see you again tomorrow morning, and good luck. Feel free to reach out. If you know somebody else who needs this video, then pass it on. If you're looking for something, for more support, we've got a wonderful, wonderful women's group that we've started that is all about spiritual support and nourishment and connection and processing through the stories and the fears and the anxieties that you have, and information and understanding. It's everything that is boots on the ground work that needs to be done. It's not just information. This is how do we connect and really help each other move forward through this, because we've all been there. This has been around for tens of thousands of years, and you are at the edge of the revolution to make it stop. So congratulations. I'm proud of you. I hope you have a great day, a great holiday, and I'll talk to you later.